Hi, my name is Asa. I am a member of the DID system, and I'm also a bearded vulture Therian.
Just say free Palestine one time. You know he's a nigga.
Today's pronoun of the day is Crayons.
If you're a guy and you think I'm hot, you're gay.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Dino here, and today I'm joined with a special guest.
Hey everybody, I'm Roma.
She's one of my close friends. So today, I thought why not bring my friend here and traumatize her to the rising epidemic in today's social climate that is wokeism. For those of you who don't know what wokeism is, it is basically a set of ideologies that usually is associated with hypersensitivity and hyper-awareness of systemic injustices and oppression in society. On surface level, it does sound ideal, and of course I am against any sort of injustice, but it does become a problem when it becomes radical. You know, we have people who are now dictating what other people should do and becoming hostile whenever people disagree with their views. So that's my stance. What about you? Are you a woke?
I think I am considered woke because I'm chronically online. Chronically online. So chronically online. Yeah, so I know all the shits that go down the socials. So I would say I'm quite woke, but not woke to the extent. Like, I'm not extremist, okay?
Yeah.
But I am woke.
With that, we are going to be diving into the insane world of woke content, looking at issues like the LGBT, pronouns, gender equality, boycotting, and cancel culture. So as we are reacting to this content, we will also be giving our commentary and our own opinions on these specific issues. So buckle up and let's dive into our first content.
Let's go!
So our first content is a viral tweet from the app X that sparked quite some attention. Check this out. The account and Wokeness tweeted a picture with the caption, introducing the new improved LGBTQ pride flag. No, this is not satire. This is real, guys. This is not a joke.
Wait, this is real?
Okay, so let me just describe to you what's happening in the picture first. On the right side of the flag, there's the original 6 colors, and then covered on it is an umbrella, which I believe is the new lesbian flag, and on top of that is a weird ring, a purple ring with a yellow outline, and on the left is the trans flag, and the brown and black, which represents people of color. So yeah, but what are your initial opinions on this? Because there's a lot to unpack here.
Oh my god.
What do you think?
What's the purple ring?
I also don't know what the purple ring is.
Where are my asexual girlies and like babies? Hey, this is not inclusive. Where are the asexual people? Wow, but this is
A lot to unpack.
a lot
right?
of color.
It's really overwhelming. At this point, this isn't about equality anymore. The flag represents a movement that's becoming more of a political thing rather than being about inclusivity. And I understand the importance of recognizing marginalized groups within our community, but this flag is a visual representation of how our movement has become overly complicated. I mean, we used to have a simple united symbol of pride back then. Remember the original 6 colors that depicted our community as a whole, but now with this, it seems that everybody wants to include every single identity and make everything about being inclusive, and it's like every year there's a new iteration of the pride flag. Like, make it make sense, you know?
Yeah.
Another issue that I want to bring up is that this extreme inclusivity might actually harm our movement, because people who once supported us might see this flag and think, oh, this is crazy, and they might actually withdraw their support. Plus, this opens up a slippery slope of extremely conservative groups who view our community as more crazy, and they might associate other things like pedophilia, which has actually happened by our own community. Do you know that?
Yes.
So apparently, our community has gone even more crazy because they have now created a legitimate term to excuse pedophilia. That's right, you heard it first. It's called minor attracted persons, and they call it a neglected population. A neglected population for pedophiles. A literal crime. Can you believe it? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is a legitimate thing?
No, this shouldn't be legitimate, and it is.
It is. Okay, so there's this review that looked at psychiatric conditions, and they actually labeled it as a psychiatric disorder, but they separated the definition from pedophilia. It says, minor attracted persons refer to sexual attraction to individuals under the legal age of consent, which would be pedophilia, right? But they separated that. Definition of pedophilia is sexual attraction to prepubescent individuals, which is technically still
minor,
people, which is minors. It's wrong. It's still wrong. Like, why are they creating an excuse to allow these people to identify as pedophiles, but in a different term that is socially acceptable? It's absolutely disgusting.
I feel like maybe they kind of categorize it like 16 to 18.
16 to 18.
Like the age where it's like not minor but minor.
So like you're saying that there's a grey area lah.
Yeah, the grey area.
So like you're essentially talking about like the older teenagers like 16 to okay lah, but
Probably.
it's still technically illegal underage. But I understand where. No, I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I understand that they believe that they can do that, but I don't believe in the actual ideologies. Alright, let's move on to another content that is in the realms of the LGBTQ. Moving on to the pronouns culture. Okay, so this second content is a TikToker and she's basically saying that she's non-binary. I'm just gonna play it here and we'll see what our opinions are.
I'm non-binary, so if you're a girl and you think I'm hot, you're gay. If you're a guy and you think I'm hot, you're gay. If you're non-binary and you think I'm hot, I've probably slept with one of your exes.
Like what? What even is happening?
Okay, she's non-binary, so like if all gender like her, then they are gay. Make it make sense.
Okay, let's really analyze this. Okay.
I'm non-binary, so if you're a girl and you think I'm hot, you're gay.
Okay, so that first sentence is technically correct because, okay, she is a female, okay? She can express however she wants to, like she can be a non-binary person, sure, but she is a female. So the first sentence is correct because she's saying if other girls like her, that's technically gay because like lesbians are no girl liking other girls, right?
If you're a guy and you think I'm hot, you're gay.
Okay, now that one, I think I have to disagree on that. What do you think?
Okay, technically she's okay. Her gender, okay, is a girl. Like below there, you know, sex-wise, she is a girl. But maybe she doesn't identify as one, but she still is. Yeah. So technically, you cannot say that if a guy is attracted to you that they're gay because technically she still looks like a girl.
Yeah. Okay. So this has been quite a debate. A lot of people have been differentiating between gender and sex. Okay, I'm sorry to say, but I view them as synonymous terms. It used to be the same, but now it has evolved to be different because of political correctness. What Drama says is correct. She does present as a woman, and I'm sorry to say if that offends people, but it's just reality. Like if you haven't checked my TikTok, I made a video where I talked about this and actually referenced a study where they talk about children who were assigned to do a task where they assign traditionally male and female attributes to men and women, and they found that most children on average do associate male and female traits with men and women. So if we're looking at the person here, it will be obvious that this is a girl, right? You're saying that if a guy likes you, they're gay, but you're a female, so it's two opposite sex. So they're trying to change definitions, which is one of the major issues in our community. They're trying to change everything to be inclusive, but there's still a reality. It's not homophobic, queerphobic to acknowledge that. She has every right to identify as she wants, you know, you can be non-binary, sure, whatever. Like, I don't care, but you cannot compel other people to also agree with you. What do you think?
I totally agree with you.
Okay, so in the same realm, let's look at another TikTok that is quite famous. This TikToker is known for making content on pronouns every single day.
Today's pronoun of the day is Cray, crayon, crayons. How are these even considered pronouns? Well, these are neopronouns. This would be considered a noun self-pronoun because they are inspired by crayons, which, by the way, I love because I love coloring with crayons. Ever since I was little, oh my gosh. But I was always so jealous because everybody else had like that huge pack, like 75 pack, big crayons, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want every color. Please remember that I'm not a teacher. I am just a friend here to help validate you through your pronoun journey or whatever journey you're going through. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Do not forget to respect each other's pronouns. Satisfying.
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church to go to. I need peace in my heart. I need it now.
What do you think?
My new pronouns is table.
My new pronouns are skinny legend. You have to accept that. Like, oh my god.
What
like,
the hell?
How are these people being serious?
Oh, they be making anything into pronouns. I can say, oh, I'm a pillow. Yeah, my pronouns is pillow.
Right,
My pronouns is bag. My pronouns is light. My pronouns is fan.
That's the issue with our community now, is that there's this new thing called Neopronouns, and it's basically creating new pronouns to fit people's like how they feel inside as their gender. So this girl is basically claiming that we can identify as anything that we love. So this person is saying that they love crayons, so they identify as crayon pronouns. You see how whack that sounds?
I love my bed. So do I call myself bed?
Exactly, like if you want to use that logic, right, you can just create anything and you have to accept it. If not, you're considered queerphobic.
And you're cancelled.
Yeah. Okay, look, like I am pro freedom of choice, freedom of speech. You can do whatever you want. You want to identify as a unicorn, sure, whatever. But you cannot compel other people to subscribe to your ideology and use those pronouns because they also have their freedom of choice. Not everything is hatred, not everything is queerphobic, not everything is transphobic. People have their autonomy to their choice. We shouldn't be dictating what other people should do. Do you agree?
I agree.
Awesome, let's go to the next one. This one is an even wilder identity crisis because we have moved to animals.
Yeah, take a breath.
Are you ready, girl?
Clap if you have anxiety.
Hi, my name is Asa. I am a member of the DID system, and I'm also a bearded vulture Therian.
Okay, wait, pause. This person's pronouns is they, z, bone, brittle. Noted.
I have two questions. One is for other Therians, specifically bird Therians. What are some things you do that help you feel more connected to your stereotype? And second question is for systems with Therian alters. Do these alters appear human in our world, or do they appear as their stereotype in our world? Or is it kind of a combo situation? Like we have someone in our system who is both a guy and a vulture at the same time.
Okay, pause right now. This is too much. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, a Therian is basically like an animal, and this person is basically saying that they identify as a bird Therian, a vulture to be specific.
I just want to say, that's fucked up. And let's move on.
But let's really get into this. This is linked to what I mentioned earlier. This is opening up slippery slopes for our community. These people are saying that they can identify as animals, which can lead to conservative groups associating things like bestiality with our community. We both don't, we don't condone that. You know, like, that shouldn't be a thing. And
It should be stopped. It's too much.
this is too wild. Okay, we need to move on from the pronouns because I think we are both brain dead.
This is brain rot.
Let's shift the topic to gender equality. That's another big controversial issue within the woke community. So there is this viral TikTok about this interview where they asked women if they would rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay, so let's just watch and you'll see the reactions and responses from these women.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary.
With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
Oh, 100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
a bear.
I would say a man.
Okay, why don't I ask you? What would you choose, a man or a bear?
A
Being
bear. Definitely a bear, sorry. I mean, okay, to be fair, men are really scary. You don't know what you can do. You heard of rape, abuses, you know, I'm scared to fall prey for that. But bears, you know, bears are not violent per se. If only you attack them, that's true. That's why I'd rather bear. Yeah.
Okay, valid. I can empathize with these women and understand why they would choose a bear over a man because, yeah, historically, men do assault women a lot in the past. Men do pose as a threat, like, generally, men tend to be more violent. It's within our biology, you know, men are more physically stronger than women and we are more assertive, and hence, you know, like, it can create a perception that men are generally like that. But I do appreciate one of the women saying some men, just because a few dumb men do, like, violence, it doesn't mean that all men are like that. I know some arguments will be like, no, we don't mean all men. Okay, then don't say all men, because when you say all men, everyone's gonna believe it and everyone's gonna comprehend that as what you say. So don't say it if you don't mean it. Like, obviously it doesn't mean all men, you know, because, like, not all men are violent, you know. There are good people, there are bad people. There are good men, there are bad men. There are good women, there are bad women. So, like, we cannot really, like, make generalizations like that to categorize a single group as being violent because everybody is different. Yeah, so don't say it. Let's move on from the gender equality debate and let's talk about something else that has been resurfacing online recently. So we're going to talk about the Israel-Palestine conflict, but specifically we are focusing on the boycotting and cancel culture behaviors from the extreme advocates. Keep note that we won't be discussing our own views about this that much because of how sensitive this issue is, but we will just be talking about the extreme behaviors. Our next content is actually from you. She actually sent me this video like a few days ago where she screen recorded this Instagram story of a new app that essentially, what does it do?
When you scan a product, it will tell you whether it gives funds to Israel.
Yeah, it's genocidal. Yeah, guys, don't buy from this. It's genocidal.
Alright, so this app is called No Thanks app.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, for extremists who is like really like ons about this, I think it's a good app for them. The only problem I have with this is those people who force other people to boycott. It's like, oh, if you don't boycott this, you support genocide. I don't think that's a good thing. Doesn't mean if I use this product means I support genocide, you know? Like, I'm in between, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I understand where these people are coming from, you know? Like, obviously this is a very huge tragedy. A lot of people's lives are lost. This war shouldn't happen in the first place. I think most of us agree that it shouldn't happen at all. That's the common ground there. But it's people like this who go to the extreme and wanting to harass other people. You have your autonomy to speak, but you don't compel people to do what you want to do.
I feel like the more you force people the idea of this, the more that they repel the idea. Like the more
okay, yeah, that's a good point.
The more they think like, oh, actually maybe Palestine I shouldn't support because of all these extremists forcing their ideas on you, their beliefs on you. It will create a bad image.
That's a very good point. Like, a lot of these extreme radical people don't realize that forcing people into their advocacy that might actually reverse their movement, because forcing people won't do anything. It will make them see you as more of crazy and they will not be motivated to do it. Let's move on to another viral video.
Ali, can
please say free Palestine one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? Free Palestine, Alec, just one time. And I'll leave you alone. Just say free Palestine one time.
Call the police.
One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a fucking criminal. Just one time, please. And I'll leave you alone. One time.
Could you do me one quick favor?
Wow. What do you think?
Who is that man?
He's a famous actor, but I don't have extended knowledge of the context behind it, but what do you think of the behavior?
That's too much. Like going up to someone and telling them, oh, free Palestine, say free Palestine, going up all their faces, harassment.
Yeah, and I do have a controversial statement to say is that what does this achieve? Like asking somebody who doesn't believe in what you believe in and forcing them to say something that they don't believe. Like, what do you achieve by that? Okay, sure, let's say he did say free Palestine. What happens? Literally nothing. These extreme activists, they want to go and voice their opinions. Sure, you know, you can do that, but like, this is called harassment, and filming it for the sake of views online, like, that's not gonna do anything. Does it bring more awareness? Yeah, but like, how does it help the people that are affected directly by this conflict? You know?
I agree.
Alright, and with that, I think that is all the content that we have watched. I think we had enough with all the insanity. Any final thoughts before we end?
I just want to take a break.
And the wokeness. Our brains are now dead.
Brain fried.
And listen, like, even though we have disagreements, remember to be respectful and have some nuance to these conversations because they are complex. Not everything is black and white, and it's important to have these conversations so that we can understand both sides, even though it conflicts with our views. But yeah, I think that's all. I had a fun time. Yeah, and if you like this video, do give a like and subscribe and comment down below. Bye!
Bye!